Today we are going to talk about softball and the basics of the game. If you've ever watched baseball, you probably know more about softball than you think. Softball is a modified version of baseball played with a bigger ball and a smaller field. We are going to talk about the fielding options that they have in softball and the difference between the two different types of softball. There are slow pitch and fast pitch. Slow pitch is less competitive and fast pitch is more competitive. There are many differences between the two games that we will talk about in the next coming slides. There are same rules for each type. Each type has 6 outs per inning, so 3 outs per team, just like in baseball. The ball size is the same. Sometimes slow pitch has a different size ball, but for most parts the ball is the same size. They also do an underhand pitch, both games. There's also one team at bat, which is the offense, and one team at defense, which is the fielding. The different rules for each type for slow pitch include no bunting. Bunting is when the batter places their thumb up against the bat and gently taps the ball as it is being pitched. There is also no leading, which leads to stealing. Leading is when you step off the bag as the pitcher releases the ball. That is not allowed in this game. There is also no stealing bases. If you are caught taking your foot off the base in slow pitch before the ball is hit, you will be considered out and the umpire will throw you out. The first base not awarded if you are hit by a pitch in this game. Okay, the pitch travels in an arc of 6 to 12 feet above the ground in this version of softball. If it is too flat, the umpire will call it a ball. If it is too high, the umpire will also call it a ball. And this game has 9 to 10 players, and we will talk about those different players. Now, in fast pitch, you are allowed to bunt, you are allowed to lead, and you are allowed to steal bases. First base is also awarded if you are hit by the pitch. No pitch restrictions, so there's no difference in the arc. It could be flat, it can be high, but if it is too high, then it will become a ball. In this game, it only has 9 players, unlike with the slow pitch where you can actually play with 10. Now, the fielding positions in both games are very similar, except with the exception of slow pitch. There might be one more player. Here is where the catcher sits or plays. Here is where the pitcher stands and throws their pitches. These two positions are where the game all starts. Position 3 is first base. Position 4 is second base. Position 5 is third base, with shortstop in between second and third. Shortstop helps third base and second base play their position. Next we have the outfield, which if we look at 7, that is left field, this is center field, and 9 is right field. When you are fielding, you might have more than one center fielder in slow pitch. Now, they usually break apart and it's called left center and right center. When it comes to batting in softball, batting order goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can only bat if you are fielding the ball while you're on defense. This is just the basics of softball. There's a lot more that goes into the game, but I hope you got a little bit better understanding about the game itself.